Hello and welcome. We're here to bring you the preseason match between Limeño, Georgia and Potros FC, both UPSL Georgia Georgia Premier Division teams getting ready for the upcoming season in the next few weeks. Today's going to be a test for these two teams to prepare for their upcoming seasons.
For the voice thing?
As both teams line up, getting ready for kickoff in just a few minutes. We're working through bringing the match to you here on YouTube, on Potros FC YouTube channel. Having issues right now with getting the graphics with the scoreboard up on the screen. We're going to work on getting that up during the game, but nonetheless, we'll bring you the action here on video. As the teams line up, we'll give you the lineup for Limeño, the home team here at Middle Creek High School. They've got Alan Medina at goalkeeper, Chris Valle, Omar Monroe, Bregan Villagomez, Eduardo Gutierrez, Alex Ramirez, Nicolas Gutierrez, Saul Romero, Anthony Lopez, Stanley Segura, and James Leon. For Potros FC, starting lineup is Cameron Verona, Rodrigo Feitosa, Benjamin Oranga, Branderman Hernandez, Jimmy Lee Noel, Spencer Van Buskirk, Russell Joseph, Miguel Hernandez, Sean McKeever, Obed Samaron, and Pedro Lima. So as we get ready for kickoff this match, we're trying to broadcast live. If you're not watching it live and you're watching the recording, welcome. I'm Christopher Oranga here in the press box at Middle Creek High School, bringing you the match between Limeño, Georgia and Potros FC. As the kickoff comes right away, Limeño is going to look to try to get in behind. A long ball falls to the feet of the striker, and it'll go into a battle right here at the edge of the penalty area. Cameron Verona comes out and can't get to it. A quick start here for Limeño as they give the ball away. And it's going to start with a throw-in. So again, we brought you the lineups. Apologies again for the scoreboard not being on screen. We're trying to get that fixed as quick as we can. But in the meantime, we'll bring you updates constantly. Here's McKeever giving it to Lima. Finds Hernandez in the midfield. Quick ball forward to McKeever. A battle there. McKeever still with the ball but can't get it forward. Hernandez in the way, Joseph now on the ball. So some new faces for this Potros FC lineup in the starting lineup, mixed with some returning players. But here's a quick chance for Salmeron on the right wing. Puts a cross into the front post and controlled there by goalkeeper Medina. So as this game goes on, we'll start to see a bit of the shape of the two teams and get to know some of the players. And again, a couple of weeks, possibly even a week away from the start of the season. Some teams starting next week. Potros FC will start their season in 2 weeks away to Georgia Revolution. But first, we will see this challenge here with Limeño, Georgia, newly promoted, historical team who's been in the Premier Division for many years, who's been at the top of the Premier Division, even been in a national playoff. But a new team here, not a lot of returning players from that time, coming back up from UPSL Division 1, now back in Premier, and going to be testing again with seems to be a younger squad. Here's Feitosa for Potros, gives the ball away, but Limeño's not able to control. Rodrigo Feitosa, a longtime member of Potros, been with the club since 2020, almost 5 years. Claim and go, had some personal reasons to come, but he's back in the squad today. Might be back for the season as the ball's given away there by Limeño. Uranga winning it back, but only as far as Leon. Leon trying to find an option. Does well to hold the ball up, finds Segura wide. An overlapping run, but a good tackle there from Feitosa to play it out of play. So apologies, we're up here in the press box. It's a cold day outside, a cold night as the sun has set. We're under the floodlights, but we won't get much audio from the field itself due to the setup that we currently have. So you'll hear my voice to bring you the action, but a fight there in the corner as Brander Van Hernandez tries to get it cleared. Eventually cleared that time by Van Buskirk. And it'll be played all the way back to Medina safely. For now, and now Limeño looking for options to go forward. Try to go down the wing. Salmeron's in the way to block that one. Long ball played on the wide side, looking for Lopez, but he can't get to it. This is going to be a tough game to play wide balls, and trying to go out from the back is the field's very narrow, one of the narrower fields of the division, so it's going to be difficult to play out. It's going to be very congested. You expect to see a lot of vertical play, as we saw there from Limeño, and that's a good play there to try to get down the line. Tries to keep it in play, but not able to. And I believe that was Ramirez on this side. Throw in. Noel's going to throw it, looking for Joseph. He can't get around his man, and now that's Romero with the ball. Challenged off it by Hernandez. Lima connecting with Noel on this near side. Goes for the long switch. It's a little bit short for Feitosa, but comes off the Limeño player. It's going to be a challenge for Limeño coming back into the Premier Division. It was the spring of, I believe, 2023 when they finished in the relegation spot, and one of the few times that the relegation was enforced in the league. Since then, there haven't been many teams that have been relegated due to teams dropping out of the league and other issues coming up, so they felt a little hard done by that they had that season. Came back into the Division 1 in the spring of 2024. Took them 2 seasons to come back up to Premier Division. Last season finishing in first place, making it all the way to the playoff final. They earned promotion by finishing in first place, and they won the playoff as well, so they face Filal of Pachuca in that final, who's also got promoted. Columbus Elite also earned promotion by finishing second place due to teams dropping out, and they were able to fill in that third promotion spot. Normally it's only 2 teams promoted, but Columbus Elite had some help by other teams not returning. Potros FC, on the other hand, have been in the Premier Division since they started in the spring of 2021. Won the championship last spring in 2024. Last season did not defend their title of the regular season. Made it back to the semifinal of the playoffs for the second season in a row, but fell short to North Georgia United. Now they're going to look to try to improve. Last season, obviously, went through some hardships, some coaching changes, some player changes from that championship season, and now they've brought in Frankie Ruiz, head coach of Reinhardt University, who's been helping the club get back on track in this preseason, and now this is one of those preparation games to find connections between players. You can see some new players here, like Russell Joseph putting pressure on the ball, or Sean McKeever, another new name. Here's a chance here for Segura, who comes into the box. A strong tackle there from Uranga, and Verona coming sliding in to keep it in play, giving away a throw in instead of a corner kick. But again, some players who, again, returning into the squad, like Feitosa. Jimmy Lee Noel also joined late last season, so maybe didn't get a full season to connect with the players. Now they got a preseason. Frankie Ruiz came in last season as well before the playoffs, but didn't get a full preseason, didn't really get to select his players, had to deal with what he was given. Now a full string of tryouts, a full preseason will likely lead to a better finishing 6th place last season, a drop off of 5 positions from the spring. A long ball over the top, found his player, but the flag does go up for offside. The flag stays up. A referee now calls it. But again, with this narrow field at Meadow Creek High School, we're going to expect a lot of those types of plays, but the ball's going to be coming over the top of the defense, looking for a runner to come onto it. Oh, and almost a giveaway there from Verona, but finds Noel on this near side. Now Uranga with the ball, looking for an option. Comes to Van Buskirk, has to get around the pressure, does well. Hernandez with a flick to Noel. Still stuck on this near side, goes back to Uranga. Now they're going to try to switch the play. Finds Joseph with some space. Plays the ball over the top. Lima's onto it. Gets to it. Flag stays down. Lima continuing. Needs support. Doesn't have it. Finds Van Buskirk instead. Van Buskirk's looking to get forward. Hernandez has pressure. Wide to Noel. Puts a cross in. Can't find a teammate. Cleared away by Limeño. Feitosa there to receive it. Joseph runs into pressure. Chance for Limeño to get out, but run into pressure and gets a trip. And they'll win the free kick. A little bit. First real show of Potros getting forward and getting numbers forward, but wasn't able to make the connection in the final third. This is only really the second preseason match for Potros in this spring 25 season, preseason. The last one coming against Life University Reserves. That game ended in a 2-1 loss. The first time, about a week of training due to the snowy weather that came in before that preseason match. So some fitness issues, some new players coming in, some trying new formations, players in different positions, but ended in a very strong end to the game. Didn't start off very strong. Now here against Limeño, looking to try to change the momentum. A long ball over the top, looking for McKeever, but the flag will come up for offside. He won't be able to get to the end of it. First 10 minutes here in the match. No real chances for either team. Both teams getting in behind or looking for plays in behind. Both defenses have been strong so far. Villagomez connecting with Monroy as they try to play out from the back. Villagomez going to look for that long ball over the top, and this time, again, it gets through but doesn't find a teammate, and Uranga with facing his own goal, forced to play the ball out of bounds. That's something that Limeños looks like they're looking to do, is to try to get those Potros defenders facing their own goal and putting pressure on their backs. As that ball gets played wide. Goes to put a cross in, only finds Van Buskirk at the edge of the box. His header forward to Joseph is not controlled, and now Limeño back in control. Van Buskirk does well to put pressure there, almost wins the second ball. Joseph now, but good work there from Monroy to keep possession. Now Romero Another ball forward, doesn't find a teammate. Verona's going to collect that one at the edge of the box. That ball goes off of Leon. It's going to be thrown for Potros. Rodrigo Feitosa to take it. Ben Buskirk. And eventually cleared by Brando de Hernandez. Here's Sean McKeever trying to win that ball up top. Ball falls to Joseph's feet. Finds a Pedro Lima wide. Has support coming in from Noel. Decides to go himself. Cuts inside. Still going Lima. Can't get past the defender that time, and it's cleared away. Now Van Buskirk's there to pick up the loose ball. Ball forward to Salmerón. One touch out wide to Joseph. Has options in the box if he can get a cross in. But a great tackle there from Eduardo Gutierrez for Limeño to put that ball out of play. Throw in for Potros. Joseph. His cross is blocked and they'll get another throw. Chance here for Potros to create some danger as they get numbers forward into the box. Need to get a good cross in. Salmerón trying to get it back out wide to Joseph. This time it's played off of Joseph and it'll be a goal kick for Limeño. So danger averted for Limeño there. Another long ball played through the middle. Feitosa with some pressure goes back to Verona. Ben Buskirk does well to turn. Noel with some space in front of him. Trying to find a teammate. Miguel Hernandez gets forward. Ball was played behind him. Now Russell Joseph. Salmerón trying to get past his man. Does well. Can he get a good cross in? Puts it to the front post, but only as far as Medina into his hands. It's the second dangerous ball to the front post. Not able to find a teammate, but starting to create a little bit more danger for Potros here. Here's Monroy. Back to Medina. Villagomez. Trying to go over the top again, but this time it's blocked by Obed Salmerón. Another long ball played here, looking for Lopez on the wing. Has to beat Noel. Gets control. Noel putting good pressure though. This time is able to flick it away. And he's ball forward to Lima. Connected with Miguel Hernandez. Uranga. Lima stays down. Play will now be stopped for Pedro Lima. Ben Busker, good connection there. Here's McKeever, finds Lima in the middle, tries to make a dummy, but loses control. Lopez now on the ball for Limeño. Valle carrying the ball. Apologies, I believe that was actually... No, that was Valle. Now here is Ramirez. Decides to play back. Here's Monroy. Again, looking over the top, but still not able to find that connection. Causing a little bit of issues for the backline of Potros a few times, but not really getting the connection that they're probably looking for with those balls over the top. But again, we mentioned it earlier about this narrow field. Limits the options that they have to play out. And it's probably a part of the plan as that ball's given away. A shot from pretty far out, but that one doesn't test the goalkeeper. But it does go down as the first shot of the game in favor of Limeño. We'll see that one again as started with the Potros throw-in. Mistake there from Miguel Hernandez to give the ball away, and just not a great shot from the Limeño player. Here comes Potros from the goal kick. Good win from McKeever to find Feitosa. Now Salmadon getting in behind. The flag does go up. It looked pretty close. Look at that one again as that ball was played. It definitely was close. Unfortunately, no VAR or any of that in this game. So referee on the sideline, assistant referee will make the call that he sees. But we can see from up here that maybe was a little tighter, but we can't confirm whether or not. And we'll get the first substitutes of the game as we get a little bit of rotation. Miguel Hernandez, Sean McKeever, and Obed Salmadon exit. Mark Binot, last season's top goal scorer, Joel Brown, and Omar Barrow enter the match. And here's Joel Brown's first involvement in the game. Gets on the ball, cuts inside, looking for options forward, finds Mark Binot, also known as Darinho. And that we'll see, I believe Russell Joseph will move forward into the front line. Here's Van Buskirk looking to connect. Finds Omar Barrow, but he couldn't control, and now it'll be a throw in for Limeño deep in their own half. So we'll see if a little bit of a dynamic change, and it actually looks like Mark Binot will go up top, and Russell Joseph will stay in that midfield position. So ball played in, Barrow gets his knee to it, but it'll just safely go for Medina to pick up. Mark Binot entering the field, 15 goals in last season's fall season in about 13 matches. I believe he might have missed a match as well, so might have been 12 matches. Looking to try to repeat that kind of performance this season and lead the line for Potros. Enters the game as a substitute today. This is a friendly match. We'll likely see a lot of rotation throughout this match in different positions, different formations potentially, and different pairing of players to start to see who works well. Again, that's the point of the preseason, to see these types of things, test things out. We'll probably expect a few games to go by in the season before we get a clear view of what the starting lineup, the main starting lineup will probably be. But today, again, in preseason is the time to see your players, see what tools you have, and how can you solve the problems. One thing, for example, Jimmy Lee Noel starting at left back today. Normally plays as a forward in one of the wings. Now playing in the back line could be another option for Potros. Here's a chance for Limeño as they get into the box. Forced to go back, but that ball's loose. Here's Russell Joseph. Can he do something with it? Gets past one man. Plays Lima in. Lima has to get past Valle, but Valle does well to get in between. This touch for Lima was a little bit too far on the outside. And Medina is forced to play that ball. Gutierrez heads down. Barrow gets to it before Ramirez. But it's going to be Nicolás Gutierrez to play that one back. Now forced to go long, and again, bit of a ping-pong match at this point. Ball going back and forth in the middle. No team really under control, but that one brought down by Romero is going to help. Pressure from Van Buskirk still, putting pressure on Limeño, forcing them to go even further back. Now Medina on the ball once again. Looking for Valle. Noel gets to it. And again, a loose ball picked up. Now Potros in possession. Can they settle the ball down? That ball's forced back. Verona's going to come up to clear it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Limeño. So that last couple of plays there, back and forth for both teams. No team really being able to settle and get control of the ball. Now we'll have a throw in here for Limeño and see the game can be settled down a bit. Pressure still on by Potros. And a foul called there on Joel Brown as for the contact as he went up for the header. Villa Gomez back to Medina. Here's Monroe. Medina getting a lot of touches in that goalkeeper position. Romero trying to go forward himself, but runs out of space, and it'll be a throw in for Potros. Oranga going back to Verona. This time finds Brown. Think Feitosa was expecting the runner and didn't get it. It's a little bit of a miscommunication there. There's a chance for Barrow to look for an option. Connects with Van Buskirk. And Buskirk does well to keep possession there despite the pressure. Now Bino coming away with it. Looking for Lima. Lima's touched to Noel. Still some work to do to create some danger. Van Buskirk finding Bino. Looking for Lima. Cut out by Villagomez. A little bit better possession this from Potros. Lima able to turn. Now Joseph struggles to get control of the ball. And eventually, as he tries to poke that one back, gets a touch on the... Gets a bit of the Limeño player in a free kick. So some good possession. Ends up losing the momentum due to a foul. Ramirez. Or actually, that was Gutierrez playing the ball over the top. Here's Hernandez. Played out of bounds. Foul called on Limeño this time. Actually, a throw-in called. Van Buskirk's ball forward. Bino trying to get to it. Flag goes up. Trying to see what the decision was. Ends up being a drop ball. Not quite sure what happened there, but Potros back in possession. Barrow bringing the ball forward himself, connecting with Bino. Now they go back to the back line. Bino once again, this time trying to carry forward himself, gets tripped up by Romero. Bino again. Receiving the ball from deep, looking to try to get more involved in the connection to the front. Verona going long, trying to find Brown. Does find him, but still has some work to do. Forward to Joseph. Joseph gets a touch to it in a tight angle, puts it across, finds Minot. Goal for Potros. Mark Minot Dariño gets the first goal of the game. Great work there from Russell Joseph to stay on the play. Didn't give up on it. Got to a tight angle, played it across. A little bit of luck as the ball bounced around, fell to Minot, and he does not miss from that distance, does he? So gets the first goal of the game for Potros. Gets the first goal for himself in preseason. And Potros leads 1-0 here in the 26th minute. Again, there's Joseph winning that loose ball. Ball fell to Minot and just slotted it away to that bottom corner. And a player from Limeño, a little slow to get up, now can be helped off the field. That is Nicolas Gutierrez. Looks like he'll be replaced. And we'll try to see who came on for him. Looks like Anthony Guevara is the one who came in, who will come to this right wing. Anthony Lopez, who was on the right wing, will go into the midfield where Gutierrez was. Here's Romero. Back to Villagomez. We'll see if how the momentum continues in this game, but Limeño conceding the first goal, and that was really the real first shot for Potros in the game as well. They had a couple of crosses that came in from the right side that found the goalkeeper at the first post, but not a real shot until that moment there from Minot. Mark Minot was 1 goal short from the Golden Boot in the fall season. Now, unfortunately, was not able to bring home the trophy, but had an incredible season. The real question for this season will be who else from Potros will be able to contribute to the goal scoring. Besides Minot's 15 goals, no other player scored more than a goal during the season. So the rest of the goals were shared. The next top goal scorer was own goal. They had a few of those throughout the season, but regardless, when one player scores, the whole team scores. Minot just led the line there, but a lot of team goals, a lot of contribution from other players that weren't necessarily goals. One of those contributors was Pedro Lima, who's starting here on the left wing today. Had the most assists in the season. Pretty impressive for the 18-year-old at the start of last season, now 19-year-old. So one of the younger players in the squad, showing his skills on the swing. Has had some good plays today, but not really creating any danger just yet. You can see the average age of the squad. Don't have the average age for you, but it's probably in the early 20s, between like 22 and 24-ish. So a pretty good balance of experience. Some players who have played many seasons in the UPSL showing their level. A lot of young players coming into the club in the last couple of seasons and maybe not getting a lot of opportunities in UPSL, but showing the potential to grow in the next couple seasons. Oranga carrying the ball forward, looking for Brown. A good chance there, and great save there from Medina, although it wouldn't have counted if it didn't get through as the flag went up for offside. We'll take a look at the replay, see if he actually was, but great play there to bring the ball around. Oranga does a good job to get past his pressure outside the boot, and yeah, it definitely does look like he was offside on that one. That was Joel Brown, another player who came in last season, another young player, getting some experience last season, looking to try to bring it to the next level this season, has a season under his belt, now needs to kind of find his way into the first team. He finished the season last season as a starter. As the ball comes over the top here, a chance for Limeño. Tried it on the one-time shot. I believe that was Leon. But not able to test Verona on that one. But again, that ball over the top. We've seen it since the beginning of the game. from a tight angle, tried the volley, not able to redirect it to goal. Barrow. Joseph. Looking for Lima, is not going to get to it. Flag did go up if he had gone for it. The play will continue on. Here's Ramirez. Monroy has runners. Segura comes short instead and can't connect, and Brown gets a touch, but it comes back to Segura, switching it over to this side. The newly entered Guevara getting his first real involvement in a dangerous position. Now to Lopez. His cross is blocked. It hits Uranga on the side of his head. He's down. Play continues for the meantime. Now ball all the way across. And Leon gets a touch to it but can't control it. Now Verona will pick it up. Uranga still a little slow, grabbing his head. He'll get a chance to recover here. We'll see if he needs any extra attention. But so far he seems to be okay. Maybe asking for a sub as he heads over to the sideline. I think he will be asking for a sub as he got a knock to the head after blocking that cross. Wasn't really expecting it. So that will see the entrance of Latrell Bradshaw. Brandon Hernandez connecting with Feitosa. His ball over the top finds Brown. Joseph coming in support with speed. Now Van Buskirk picks up that loose ball. Gets to the edge of the box. Keeps going himself. Van Buskirk from a tight angle. And his shot is saved by Medina in the front post. And now a chance here for Limeño as they turn the ball the other way. Joseph coming back the other way. Does well to recover. Great athleticism there from Russell Joseph. But still has work to do as that ball comes through. Feitosa with the foul. Play will continue on. Now it's Gutierrez for Limeño. Gets his cross blocked by Brander Hernandez and falls into the hands of Verona. So one attack there from Potros on one side. Can't cut off the counterattack quick enough on the other side. Almost ends in a chance for Limeño, but enough done by Brander to stop the play. Now Feitosa back on the ball. His ball played out of bounds. No disciplinary action taken against Feitosa for that foul earlier. Play continues on. Advantage was given. Referee didn't deem it enough for a card. It's definitely a hard challenge though. As we approach the 35th minute, about 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Ball played in, but another ball enters the field, so they'll have to reset. This time goes forwards, looking for Segura. Feitosa's in the way. Now Omar Barrow puts his body in the way. Loose ball finds Bino. Has a runner in front of him. A hard challenge on him will result in a free kick for Potros. So as we look through this match, we can see a lot of back and forth in the midfield. No team really able to dominate the possession of this match. But you can see the difference in the approach to the game from both teams, as Potros are really trying to build out from the back, get numbers forward, and create chances that way. But you can see Limeño looking more to go direct, trying to get numbers on that back line, and then putting pressure on the back line, facing their own goal. Potros doing a decent job at dealing with it so far. Only the one goal separates the two teams. Came from Marc Binot in the 26th minute. We'll likely see a lot of changes in the second half as Potros brought a pretty big squad for this match, 23 players. Might see a couple changes before the end of this half as well. So far we've seen the 3 subs for Potros. Well, really 4. The 4th sub by Benjamin Uranga a few minutes ago. Only 1 change for Limeño so far, which was also due to an issue One of the things in these preseason matches is you don't want to take any risks with any players. You have unlimited subs. You have a bench. Player starts to have an issue, especially if it's any muscular issue. Don't want to take any risks and force someone to be out at the beginning of the season, messing up any momentum. So any little issue, you may want to not take any risks, want to get those changes in. As that cross comes in, looks like it came off of a Limeño player. It'll be a throw-in for Potros, and we'll see another change here. And it's Bryson and Toki coming in. I right back. New player entering the squad. The youngest player in the squad at just 15 years old. Approaching 16 years old in a couple of months. He enters in. Bino with a nice skill there to get the ball loose. Here's Noel continuing. Still looking for an option. Has pressure. Tries to go back, but it's picked out by Guevara. Still some work to do. Loose ball ends up in the feet of Bryson and Toki, the newly entered player. Plays the ball forward to Brown. Barrow. Finds Van Buskirk. Noel coming forward again. Wasn't able to find a connection the last time. Here's Antoki. Cleared away by Limeño. Van Buskirk heads back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw plays to Barrow. Lima. Carrying the ball forward himself. Noel was in support, but instead wins the throw-in. Barrow plays back to Bradshaw again. Verona. Couple of Potros players coming back from an offside position decided not to go for that ball. Again, a miscommunication. As Verona was looking to play over the top, players weren't aware of it. Didn't get into an onside position on time and decided to let that ball roll. Now Limeño in possession, looking to play out. This time they're forced to go back again. You can see good work there from the Potros midfield in this first half to not really allow any plays through the middle. Forcing those long balls, and they've dealt with them pretty well so far, but a couple chances have come for Limeño. That one's played out by Bradshaw. Valle throwing. Here's Ramirez. Flag goes up. Play continues for the advantage. Here's Guevara. His ball into the box, but Verona's going to get to that one. No danger there. Van Buskirk winning the ball back. Mark Binot. Noel now playing to the middle. Here's Van Buskirk again. Noel again. Finds Lima behind. Can Lima get to it? He does. Has some work to do to beat his man. Tries to get out wide. Trying to find an option to put a cross in perhaps. This time the support comes in time and blocks the cross. About 5 minutes remaining in this first half. One more change for Potros and a change for Limeño getting ready. See if they have time to come in, if they have any option to get involved in this match before the halftime whistle. As that ball's given away in the middle. Joseph cuts back to Binot. It's a little bit behind him. Still has options in front of him. Brown looking for a chance. Great tackle from Gutierrez. Cross comes in from Antoki. But no option there in the middle. A little bit rushed on the cross. Here's Limeño trying to play out. Barrow again winning the loose ball. Lima has pressure from both sides. Loses it to Romero. Noel cutting out the pressure right away and gives away a free kick. Gives Potros a chance to get back into their shape. But we will see those substitutes now for both teams. Pedro Lima will be replaced for Potros, and Ivan Kobe will be the one to enter. Another new player from the tryouts this year. Shown a lot of promise so far in this preseason. We'll see if he gets any opportunities in the final 4 minutes of this half. Monroy. Again, opting for the ball over the top. And Toki, with his ball facing his own goal, has a player in front of him. Does well to be aware of it. Trying not to give away the ball, but forced to play it out of bounds. Here's a chance for Limeño. But can't get past Barrow, and now Van Buskirk will come away. Bradshaw. Back to Van Buskirk. Fouled in the process by Romero. Romero's racked up a few fouls himself. You can see the intention on the fouls to break up the play. If he's not getting the ball, he's going to commit a foul to try to stop the play. Here's Brown. Wide to Noel. Has support coming in. We know there. Now Van Buskirk. Tries it from far. Not really any danger there. And that will be the halftime whistle. So cut short a couple of minutes, which makes up for the late start. 42 minutes in the first half. We'll be back to bring you the second half in a little bit.